Hello, welcome to How I See It, episode 9. Today I'm going to give you my take on racism. This is probably like the 10th take. Yeah, you'd think I'd be good at this. No, still suck. Me and my no maintenance, cold having self. So racism. I live in the South. Racism exists here. Bunch of red state racist motherfuckers. I have never subscribed to that belief. I believe that there are assholes and angels in every group. I do have a sidebar though. Why do Jewish people consider themselves a race? I mean, it's a religion. Now, granted, a lot of these ignorant ass racist honkies down here would consider Muslim a race. Them Muslims. I hate that shit. I really do. By and far, most people, it's like you're Asian, you're African American, even if even if you've been in your family's been in America for 10 generations, you're still African American. Caucasian, Indian, Arabic. Is Arabic one on there? Or do they just consider that Asian? That's neither here nor there. Hindi's not a race. Buddhist is not a race. So why is Jewish a race? And it's kind of reverse racism on them. It's kind of like, oh, they're smart, they're good with money. Well, you don't have to be Jewish to be smart and good with money. You can be black, you can be Asian. You don't have to be black to be 6'7". You can be Jason Momoa. 6'3", Alexander Skarsgård and his siblings. I think all of his brothers are like 6'3", 6'4". They're Scandinavians. You don't have to be black to be tall. There are lots of smart people, and they are from all these different countries and races, and you can't even guarantee if both your parents are smart that you're going to be smart. And I have seen quite a few idiots running around with kids that are like double their IQ points. So that's because that's polygenic. Brains and height. So and saying only, there's white NBA players. Of course, I think most black people would say that black people make the game good. I don't know. I don't watch basketball. I just know that there's a lot of black guys on the team, and that's awesome. It's awesome. But black people can excel in more than sports. Not all Asian people are bad drivers. I don't know any Asian people. Arkansas is not real diverse. I know Asian people in that I know Pakistani people. And I know Indian people. But and there's a Japanese woman at my mosque. But I try not to get too caught up in what somebody is. I'm gonna cross the street over somebody who's got like a massively bad resting bitch face, because some people, you just look at them and you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck with you. You look like you're having a bad day that you're willing to share with me, and I got enough bad days of my own. I don't need someone to share theirs with me. Now, granted, I might be able to cross that street and shine a ray of sunshine, banish your shadows. But you know what? I'm not good at that. I can say it. can talk to somebody on the phone and make them feel better, and I can do something like that. But no, can't. But we need to get over this whole race thing. I mean, my son should not have to wonder why he can't say the N word. And nobody should be saying it to where I have to tell him he can't say it. And just so you know, he learned the N word from his brother-in-law, who's black. And I had to explain to my very white son why he can't say the word. And it's really hard to say, you know, and I didn't want to say straight up, it's racism, dude. You can't say that word because it's racism. It's confusing to a 7-year-old. A lot of things are confusing to a 7-year-old. And another thing I don't want him to think wrong of, that I remember thinking wrong of, and that's that when I was in school, when I was his age, there were no black kids. But there was a quote unquote mixed kid. And I remember thinking less of her. And I don't remember thinking less of the black kids that I did. Now, granted, there was only like one in my school at the time. Now it's a lot more diverse there, but I don't remember like seeing black kids when we would go to Little Rock, and we would go to Little Rock at least once a week. I don't remember seeing black kids and thinking that they were inferior to me or that they were the N-word. But I knew that when I went to school, I knew that the mixed kid was on a lower line than me. And now I look back on that and I'm like, that's just so wrong. We were kids and we felt like this kid was less than because they weren't one thing. You know, oh, you're not one thing. You're two things put together. So my grandbaby, I call her a fusion. She is a African Caucasian fusion. You know, and I say fusion because to me, when you make a fusion, you've created something new from two things that exist. Now, whether that new thing is something great or something not so great, you know, that's trial and error. But most of the time, you create something new, something not seen before. And every person should be considered something new, something not seen before. And everybody should be treated as something new, something not seen before. So if I see you, I shouldn't automatically assume you're what I think you are. No, and I don't. When I see somebody, I give them a fair shake that I'm going to talk to them if they talk to me. I'm not going to disrespect them. If they wave, I'll wave. If they say hi, I'll say hi. My cashier, I'm not going to pick. I don't even look at my cashier. I just pick a freaking line. But we've got to get away from this whole, this person's inferior. You don't get to choose. You are what you are. You're born where you're born. Your family is your family. There ain't shit you can do about it. Ever. You know, you're born a girl, you're born a girl. The only thing you can do about it is live as a boy or live as a girl. Those are the two choices you have. You live as a boy or you live as a girl. And that's only recently become part of things. But you can't be born black and live as a white person. If you're born black, you're black. If you're born Caucasian, you're Caucasian. There's really nothing you can do about it. You don't get to choose. And given that you don't get to choose, and trust me, I would not pick white girl if I had a choice. I would not have had the parents that I had if I had the choice. You know, if I could have pick and choose all kinds of stuff, I would have had a lot better life. Period. I would have been a black kid adopted by rich white parents. or maybe rich Asian parents. I don't know. They would have been rich, and I probably would have raised myself. That's what I would have picked. And why would I have picked black? I would have picked black because black people are cooler than white people. Even geeky black people are cooler than white people. I'm sorry, the only cool white people are... Well, no, Cheech and Chong ain't even cool white people. They're not white. Who are cool white people? There are no cool white people. So, frankly, you know, I would not have picked to be white. So, we gotta stop. Yeah, this is a long-ass video. But that's how I feel about racism. It's stupid. People are people. Smart people are smart people. Dumb people are dumb people. And frankly, if you approached everybody in the world in person as you do online, age, race, religion, wouldn't fucking matter. And it shouldn't. Because it's not about any of that. It's about, are you a good person? Or are you a piece of shit? Period. Done.